Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm that sim racing bloke and this is Initial Unity. In a nutshell, this is a fan-made Initial D simcade and I've been having a lot of fun playing it. A lot of you guys told me to play it, so I needed to try it out, and yeah, it's actually surprisingly good. I didn't have high hopes for this game. Oh, okay. That's a great start to the video. I didn't have high hopes for this game, but it is actually a lot of fun. So it does brand itself as a simcade, but I definitely think it's more of a cade than a sim. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter if it's more arcade because it doesn't try to be anything it's not. It's just a really fun game. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you around it and telling you exactly why you need to try out this game. So let's try and put in a decent time here. First off, I'm going to switch to hood cam. I'm actually pretty decent at hood cam. Let's switch the lights on too. Up on the D-pad to turn the lights on. And speaking of a D-pad, this is only available on a gamepad at the moment. You can't play this on a wheel, but there is mentions of wheel support coming with force feedback as well as VR. So yeah, that is going to be brilliant. So pretty much this is just a demo at the moment. You can go and download this for free. Literally just as I was about to record this video, they announced that this is going to be a full release on Steam, which I'm very excited for. At the moment, this Initial Uni is pretty bare bones. You basically just got a set selection of cars, which I'll show you later, the cars and tracks that you can choose from. But they're going to be adding a whole ton more, as well as car customization, teams, and yeah, online PvP battles. It's going to be brilliant, and that's going to be coming out in the next 6 months apparently. It just started a Kickstarter campaign. There will be a link in the description to their Discord if you want to check out more on Initial Unity or their new game, Touge S, I believe it's going to be called. But anyway, oh, that was a lot of information to get out, and now I don't know what to say. We're going to play Initial Unity here. We are on Usui in the MX-5, obviously, and there is quite a few tracks and cars to choose from. I believe there's about 5 Touges you can choose from in this version of the game, and about 7 cars maybe? I'm not sure, but there is a decent selection, and they are all pretty fun. All the cars do drive distinctly differently from each other. You can easily find that one car that suits your driving style very well. And for me, I think that is the MX-5. But all the cars do handle differently. And yeah, they do feel very different from each other, which is pretty fun. So pretty much at this point, all the game is about is getting high up on the leaderboards. It's pretty much just a hot lapping competition. But it does have online. It isn't that populated, and it's based on plug and play. It isn't on dedicated servers, which is a bit annoying. But in the full game that I mentioned earlier, that's going to be coming out in April 2022, there will be dedicated servers, so expect some Touge battles then. But as you can see, the physics aren't that bad. It does prioritize drifting over grip, so like drifting like this around corners is faster than grip, which isn't totally realistic, but again, it is a simcade and it doesn't try to be anything it's not. It doesn't brand itself as a ultra realistic Touge racer. It is just a fun simcade game that prioritizes drifting, and that was a 347, extremely slow, almost 10 seconds slower than my best time. And that best time there in the top right is a ranked leaderboard time. Yes, I did actually get on the leaderboards for this game somehow. I have no idea how. Let's check it out anyway. So you can see here you got leaderboards. When you select the car on track, I came 17th. If you download this game, go and see if you can beat that time, 3:38. But without further ado, let's check out all the different tracks. We've got Usui, Myogi, Akina, we got Touge Shakai. I don't speak Japanese. We got Tsubaki, that's a very fun one. Irozaka, a very cool one. And Akagi and Usui. So that is all you got, but they are very fun. And it is a pretty challenging game, although it is an arcade game. The physics are hard to get used to. It took me a good few hours just to get that leaderboard time, and it's nowhere near the top. Anyway, what should we do next? I'm thinking we go to... I'm trying to think what the best one is. This is a pretty good one. I'm not going to try and say it again. So here are the cars. We've got the MX-5, we've got the 86, we've got the RX-7 FD, we've got the Silvia S13, we've got the R32, the Lancer Evolution. Is that a 3? Lan Evo 3? We got a Civic MR2, and another RX-7 FC, and an S2000. I forgot about the S2000. The S2000 is pretty fun. And the thing about this game is, it actually uses assets from Assetto Corsa. You can see modelled by RK Gaming here. This is the exact same one that's in Assetto, as well as the tracks, which is pretty cool. That's why they're making a Kickstarter, because they do want to make all the cars and tracks from scratch. So there will be original content in the next one. Anyway, here we go. Oh, this car sounds beautiful. And I mean, speaking of beautiful, look at the reflections on the car. This game, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't sound bad either. I wasn't expecting this level of quality and, what do they call it? Polish from a fan-made game made by one person, you know? And that gives me hope for the full release that's coming out, because I think they could actually do it. They've got a big player in the Assetto Corsa modding scene. I forgot his name. It begins with a K. He makes Touge's Forza or something. It does actually give me hope that this could be a very, very successful game when it releases. As I said, this is pretty much a demo, but it does give you a good idea on what the game's going to be like. And if you do want to get good at this game before it releases on Steam, and you want to hit those leaderboards as soon as it releases and become a Touge god in your own right, I think you should give this a download and start getting good at this point. That's exactly what I'm doing. I want to get good at this game before it comes to Steam. And yeah, so drifting is the name of the game here. You really want to drift those hairpins, and you really want to use weight transfer to get around corners. Like that's pretty much all it's about. On sim, I'm a very weight transfery driver. Like, I weight transfer everything. But this game is challenging, man. It's hard, especially on a gamepad. I'm terrible on a gamepad. I haven't played a gamepad game seriously in years, so I am struggling a bit. And of course, driving while you're speaking like I am right now, and especially when the cameras are on, is extremely hard. I might just show you a run from when I wasn't recording after this, just to show you I'm not that bad. But yeah, you can see drifting around these corners is so much faster. You got to keep the cars high in a rev range. As soon as you shift up and you're too low in the revs, that's the run over basically. It's just a fun game, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not realistic, although it does simulate some things, but it is extremely fun. And I'm pretty much addicted to it. I love racing against ghosts. There is actually ghosts, and you can race against other real people, or other real people's times. And yeah, there is some gutters on the circuits, as well as little ditches that you can gutter run on. Really cool. I love doing it. It is a very risky move though. I'm really excited for the full release of this game in 6 months. I think I'm going to be backing it on Kickstarter. So yeah, you got to stay high on the revs like I'm doing right there. I am just banging off the red line. That is a bit of a issue though. Like, when you hit the guardrails, the physics do get a bit wonky sometimes. Let's try and... Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that. And just like Assetto Corsa, you can fall through the map, which is lovely. I have found something fun. If you wall tap, it can actually help you get around corners faster. That's just something I've noticed, which I absolutely love. Like in Assetto, if you wall tap, it's over, because the guardrails just ping you around like a pinball. But you can actually use the walls here to straighten the car up on the exit of a corner, for example. I'm doing a terrible job of showcasing the driving on this game. Trust me, when you're driving fast, it looks so much better. It doesn't look that great at this point. Yeah, I do really enjoy the graphics on this game. It looks a lot better than Assetto, even with the custom shaders patch. I guess it does go for a more cartoony look. I dig it quite a bit. It sounds brilliant too, especially those backfires. A 552, that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Bronze. Ugh. Alright, so what we got next? Should we go to... Right, I guess we'll go to Iro. And we'll go in that R32 that has the very annoying sound. I think you'll recognise the sound too. It is a sound from Assetto Corsa, but it's so fucking annoying. Let's turn the lights on. Why not? So you can see there's that sound. You all know that sound, the turbo spool sound. It's so fucking annoying. But you can see there on the right, it's got front torque, so it does actually simulate the active, whatever it's called, the ATTESA or something. So it does put more power to the front wheels when it needs it. But you can hear that sound. Every time you let off the throttle, or every time you shift up, that sound plays. Which, I hate it. I friggin' hate it. But it plays every single time. If the devs watching this, please don't add that to the full game. I can't drive this car because of it. It's just so distracting. But speaking of sound, there is actually Eurobeat that plays in the background, which is pretty cool. I had to turn it off because I have no idea if it's copyrighted music or not, but it does set the scene a lot more. And when you're driving, it does immerse you in it. But yeah, this is probably one of the most fun arcade Touge games I played. Recently, I've been playing Car X Drift Racing, Roblox, and What else have I been playing? 5M. This one is definitely the best. I've been having the most fun playing this. See, that sound, it just even plays over the top of each other. So irritating, man. So where do they actually do the Irozaka jump? I mean, I've tried it on this game and Assetto Corsa now, and it doesn't look like there's any way you can actually jump. You can really cut the hairpin, but you can't just jump off. Like, there's nowhere to do it. Maybe these guardrails are new and they added them after the initial D series came out. I think that's probably likely, isn't it? Oh, there we go. We do this one? No. There we go, yeah. We did the jump, boys. We did the jump. Alright, where should we go next? So it's got to be Akina in the 8.6. Let's do it. I love it. You can just turn the headlights on and off like that. Let's go. I'm terrible at Akina on all games, so I don't know how this is going to go. But the 8.6 is very slidey, and it does have the overspeed chime. Can you hear that? Which I do like. Yeah, the 8.6, I don't know, I just don't gel with this car much in this game. Like, even when you're trying to grip, the tyres are so slidey, you just wash out the corners most of the time. You pretty much have to drift it. When you do, and yeah, we wash out the corner again. It's pretty satisfying. I'm not sure what version of Akina this is either. I don't think this is the one in the Assetto, right? Let's cut this. Taking the rally line, there we go. I don't think you get a penalty for that either, which is pretty fun. You can change it to nighttime too. I just play in daytime because, well, nighttime doesn't do too well on YouTube. Oh no, oh no, that corner always gets me. Again, doing a terrible job of showcasing what actual good driving on this looks like. Maybe we'll have to load up the world record replay so we can watch that instead. So we can see what actual decent driving looks like. I mean, most of you guys are probably going to be better at me than at this game, so I think we should do that next. Because this is not what your gameplay is going to look like at all. I'm trying to focus it just so I can do some decent driving, but it's not happening. As soon as the camera turns off, the skill goes out the window, like on every single game. I think I just don't like performing under pressure. That's probably it. So one thing I would like to see from this game is more weather. Obviously now you just have kind of like a summery haze and nighttime. I would like to see rain, snow even. I guess snow could be pretty fun. Obviously more tracks too and more cars. I don't know if I mentioned, but you will be able to customize cars. I'll probably overlay some screenshots of the things I've planned for the full release of the game. Once again, April 2022. I would highly recommend keeping up to date with this game if you do enjoy it, because, I mean, you've got to support the small developers in the community, haven't you? I mean, the more games, the better, right? Especially when it's people that are from the ACE community. So, yeah, one thing I forgot to talk about is it does counter steer itself, like the game counter steers for you, which I'm not that much of a fan of, but I get why they do it. Oh, look, you can see the wheels turn at when I'm not even touching the steering. Obviously, it does make driving a little bit easier, but I think I would like to see a mode where, or even just an option where you can turn that off. I think for the top players, that would be necessary. I mean, counter steering, the game counter steering for you, it's not the one for the people that are actually going to get good at this game, right? They want to counter steer themselves so they can have more control. I mean, I'm not a game designer, obviously the dev knows best, but I think that's an option that could be good, especially, well, that's going to happen because obviously they're adding wheel support, so obviously there's going to be an option to turn automatic counter steering off. What am I even on about? But anyway, that was Mount Akina, and that was my terrible driving. Final few corners here. You can see just how good it looks. Oh, and yeah. So that happens sometimes. Sometimes the walls do glitch out, just like Assetto Corsa, and they do completely stop you, which is quite annoying when you're trying to put in a good run and you're really cutting it close to the limits of the track. I mean, it's a decent game. It's a decent game, and it's free for the time being. Definitely go and give this a download. I mean, what you're only going to be using up, I forgot how big it is, a couple gigs maybe? A couple gigs of space? Definitely worth it. Right, so I think now we are going to watch one of the record runs, just so we can see what decent driving on this game is actually like. Oh, that's the developer of the game there, August. I think he's got like 2nd place on every single car and track combo. Look at that. That was beautiful. Right, how do we change camera? Here we go. So this is what a decent driver looks like on this game. Yeah, drifting is faster on every single corner. I can see how this could be fun at the higher levels, right? Like, just perfecting every single corner, drifting it. Look at that. So while this plays in the background, I guess I'll do the outro. So the link to their Discord is in the description. There you'll find the download and more info on the full game that's coming out. If you want to see more videos on Initial Unity, make sure to let me know by dropping a like and in the comments. If you're new around here, want to see more just general Touge content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.